met before. I'm Paul.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm with the Sentinel Enterprise.
Hey, Ashley. The freelance for TJ.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we were wondering if they were going to have someone here tonight.
Stuck with me.
Say that again?
Say hate to disappoint.
Everybody hear me out there? Yes, thumbs up. All right, very good. Thank you to the band, the Fitchburg High School Band, and our great band director, Tabitha Greenlees, for that amazing welcome. My name's Jeremy Roach. I'm the proud principal here at Fitchburg High School. It's my distinct pleasure and honor to not only host the inaugural swearing-in ceremony for Fitchburg's elected officials, but also serve as Master of Ceremonies for this event. We have an outstanding program tonight and many dignitaries to welcome to this tremendous school and city. But before we do so, I do want to thank some people who have made the event a reality. First, the Fitchburg High School custodial crew has done yeoman's work in helping making this top-notch facility sparkle. Thank you to Brian Green and his hard-working crew for all they did leading up to this event. Thank you, Brian. He's out there somewhere. As you came in, you may have also been greeted by members of some of the students here at Fitchburg High School. So I want to thank my student volunteers. They are members of our Honors Academy. They do a tremendous amount of this kind of work for us. So big hand for you guys. Thank you. Our students, our faculty here, we always talk about we have the best students in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and we truly believe that, and they're great examples of that. So thank you. I also want to thank Mr. Bill McSheehy. He's done an amazing amount of work. He just came in. I see him over there. He's done an amazing amount of work and provided a great deal of time, and again, making this event the top-notch event that it should be for the city of Fitchburg, so that we feel great about and the pride in this city that I know we all do. So, Bill, thank you very much. I know there's a lot of other people who've helped make this an outstanding event, so I do say thank you to you as well. But let's get on with our program. As Master of Ceremonies, it is my pleasure to be able to introduce our various guests and dignitaries who have come out tonight for this important event. I think it's a testament to Fitchburg that a wide variety of individuals from across the state are taking their time to come out on this quite frigid January night. These individuals serve our city, our state, our country in so many ways, and we appreciate all that they do for us on a daily basis. As is customary, we will begin tonight's program by introducing members of our city leadership who serve Fitchburg on a daily basis in a wide variety of roles. So first, I'm going to begin, if the door opens over there. We'll just make sure. As you can see, Mr. McSheehy does many things for the event. Yep, I think we're good. So please welcome to the stage Pastor Thomas Hughes from the New Creation Community Church. Father Leo Paul LeBlanc, pastor of St. Anthony of Padua Church. Next, please welcome City Clerk Anna Farrell. Next, I'll introduce members of the City of Fitchburg School Committee. They are as follows: Sally Cragen, Jean LaBelle Pierce, Marisa Fleming, Elizabeth Romberg Walsh, Peter Stevens, Juana Escobedo Bedoya, At this time, I will announce members of the Fitchburg City Council. Please welcome Jeffrey Bean, Paul Boschman, Angelo Bezal, David Clark, Marcus L. DiNatale, Amy Green, Stephen Hay, those unable to attend tonight's event, I will announce Jody Joseph, Joel R. Caddy, Michael Kuzmarek, and Dean Tran. It is now my great honor to introduce individuals who serve the greater county or Commonwealth. First, let me introduce two individuals who serve Worcester County. Please welcome to Fitchburg High School the Honorable Louis J. Evangelitis, Sheriff of Worcester County. The Honorable Joseph D. Early, Jr., Worcester County District Attorney. At this time, it's my distinct honor to welcome a number of Massachusetts representatives and senators to the ceremony and to Fitchburg High School. The Honorable Jay Barrows, Massachusetts State Representative. The Honorable Kimberly Ferguson, Massachusetts State Representative. The Honorable John Zlotnick, Massachusetts State Representative. The Honorable Jennifer Benson, Massachusetts State Representative. The Honorable Paul McMurtry, Massachusetts State Representative. The Honorable Harold Naughton, Jr., Massachusetts State Representative. The Honorable James Arciero, Massachusetts State Representative. The Honorable John Fernandez, Massachusetts State Representative. The Honorable Smitty Pignatelli, Massachusetts State Representative. Welcome. Thank you. Next, please let me introduce the Honorable James Eldridge, Massachusetts State Senator. the Honorable Jennifer Flanagan, Massachusetts State Senator. We're also quite lucky to be able to welcome two individuals who serve Fitchburg and Massachusetts and Washington, D.C. We extend a warm welcome to the City of Fitchburg's Congressperson in Washington, D.C., the Honorable Nikki Tsongas, United States Representative. Again, we're truly fortunate to welcome our next guest who serves Massachusetts in the United States Senate, the Honorable Elizabeth Warren, United States Senator. Thank you. We're also lucky to have from the Massachusetts Executive Office the Honorable Karen Polito, Massachusetts Lieutenant Governor. And last but certainly not least, it is my great honor to welcome to the Fitchburg High School stage, he's been here a few times before, the Mayor-elect for the City of Fitchburg and his wife, the Honorable Stephen L. DiNatale, Mayor-elect of the City of Fitchburg, and Mrs. Joanne DiNatale. So we will begin tonight's program. We're very fortunate to be able to begin tonight's program with a performance by the Bluff Point Quahog Diggers Band. Please welcome them, as well as the City of Fitchburg's Honor Guard, to the Fitchburg High Auditorium, and I'll introduce the Honor Guard. They are the Chief of the Fitchburg Fire Department, Kevin Roy, who will be accompanied by representatives of the Fitchburg Fire Department, as well as the Chief of the Fitchburg Police Department, Chief Ernest Martineau, who will be accompanied by representatives of the Fitchburg Police Department. Please welcome them at this time. Stand for the presentation of colors to be presented by the Marine Corps Junior ROTC cadets from Montechusett Regional Vocational Technical School here in Fitchburg. We welcome to Fitchburg High Louis D'Angelo, Colin Driscoll, Antonio Laurie, and Emily Repal. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to be presented by the Wu family. Please remain standing as we welcome Fitchburg State University's Harmonic Velocity, the a cappella choir, to perform the national anthem. Please continue to stand for the invocation, which will be delivered by Pastor Thomas Hughes.
Let us pray. Creator and sustainer of all that is or will ever be, accept our thanks for this day and all its blessings. We ask that you will guide and direct our leaders and our actions. Grant that each of us may fulfill our responsibility to our community. As we gather here today in this auditorium, help us to keep in mind always the people of this city. We pray for strength, courage, and wisdom as we continue to strive to make the city of Fitchburg the best place to live. Bless these individuals whom have been charged with leading our city. Bless this gathering today. Bless your people. We are ever so thankful for this day that you have given us and for its blessings. Amen.
Please be seated. At this time, I ask that all members of the Fitchburg Public School Committee stand to be sworn into office by City Clerk Anna Farrell.
If you would please raise your right hand and repeat after me to take an oath. I do solemnly promise and swear that I will faithfully and impartially and to the best of my knowledge and ability perform and discharge all the duties incumbent upon me as a school committee member for the City of Fitchburg. So help me God. Congratulations.
I will now ask that all members of the Fitchburg City Council please stand to be sworn into office by City Clerk Anna Farrell.
Please raise your right hands and repeat after me to take an oath. I do solemnly promise and swear that I will faithfully and impartially and to the best of my knowledge and ability perform and discharge all the duties incumbent upon me as a city councilor for the City of Fitchburg. So help me God. Congratulations.
At this time, Harmonic Velocity will now perform Stand By Me.
Oh,
job. Thank you. It's my pleasure to now introduce Michael Kuchmarek, President of the Fitchburg City Council.
Fellow elected officials, honored guests, employees, and residents of the City of Fitchburg, good evening. It is an honor and a privilege as City Council President to provide greetings from the City of Fitchburg and the Fitchburg City Council. This is a tremendous occasion, not just for the individual who campaigned tirelessly to win the election and be here this evening, but for the city itself. With every mayoral inauguration comes an opportunity for the city, a chance for change and an opportunity for the city to move forward. Fitchburg has a rich and historic past. This is a city that has remade itself countless times throughout the centuries. With the new mayor presents an opportunity to transform itself once more. And Stephen DiNatale, the city of Fitchburg, has no harder worker, no individual more capable of mending fences and building bridges, and no one more passionate about the work that lies ahead. As council president, I look forward to working with him closely to ensure a bright future for our city. Congratulations, Mayor DiNatale.
Thank you, Mr. Kuchmarek. Please welcome a person who supports Fitchburg High School in many ways, and as I said before, she's no stranger to this stage, Massachusetts State Senator Jennifer Flanagan.
Good evening, and thank you for being here this evening. You know, it's with pride and honor that I stand here before you, not only to honor a man who's going to lead the city of Fitchburg for the next 2 years, but as someone who I've seen as my partner on Beacon Hill for many years. They often say things don't get done by one person, and I think it's evident here in North Central Massachusetts that with someone like Steve DiNatale as part of our delegation, we got a lot done. Over the course of the time in the Massachusetts legislature, you've never had a voice as loud as Steve's. You've never had a voice as strong as Steve's, and you've certainly never had someone as passionate about the people of Fitchburg as you have in your mayor-elect tonight. So it's with great honor and it's a great pleasure for me to say on behalf of the Massachusetts State Senate, congratulations, Mr. Mayor. We wish you the best and we'll miss you. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Flanagan. It's a great honor to welcome our next guest, United States Representative Nikki Tsongas, to the podium for her address.
Good evening. I'm delighted to be in Fitchburg tonight to congratulate Mayor DiNatale and his wife, Joanne, as he is sworn into office, and to share in this notable occasion with all of you. In 2012, when my congressional district expanded to encompass Fitchburg, Steve was among the first people I met with as I worked to familiarize myself with this great historic city. Steve introduced me to Fitchburg's hardworking residents and spoke proudly of the city's rich heritage, vibrant culture, and its sports traditions. While Steve made me aware of the challenges that confront Fitchburg, he expressed a great optimism that responsible government can and must play a role in realizing its better future. In the years since, Steve has remained a determined partner as we have worked towards key initiatives in the city, including the much-needed enhancements to the Fitchburg commuter rail line that my predecessor, Mr. Olver, made sure were put into place, and the revitalization of the B.F. Brown building. He has earned my admiration for his abiding dedication to public service, from his time in the United States Navy throughout his distinguished career as a state legislator. And I have a profound respect for Steve's unmistakable pride in his hometown. Fitchburg is a city that derives its strength from the investment of a diverse coalition of private, public, and nonprofit partners. We all know we can't do it alone. In his new role as mayor, I am confident that Steve will harness his long-standing relationships with the city's many stakeholders to sustain the progress that Fitchburg has seen in recent years, thanks to the leadership of Mayor Wong and the contributions of Fitchburg State University, institutions like the Fitchburg Art Museum, and so many others. Today, as Mayor DiNatale takes a solemn oath of office and pledges his commitment to the city of Fitchburg, I too look forward to partnering with this very determined mayor as we work across all levels of government, so well represented here this evening, to move this spirited city forward. Congratulations, Mayor DiNatale.
As I said before, I think it's a testament to this great city that we have so many individuals who work here every day or work for us in places like Boston and Washington, D.C. It is with great pleasure that I welcome the next speaker, United States Senator from Massachusetts, Elizabeth Warren.
Thank you. Thank you. I am very glad to be here in Fitchburg today to celebrate with all of you the inauguration of the mayor, the swearing in of the school council and of the city council. I am also glad to be here to offer a very hearty thank you to Joanne DiNatale and to the husbands and wives of all of those who serve. It's a hard job. Thank you. It truly is the case. We couldn't do this without them. I've gotten to know Mayor Steve DiNatale as a deeply committed advocate for Fitchburg during my visits to this city and in his previous role on Beacon Hill. As the senator from Massachusetts, I am focused on doing everything I can, alongside Congresswoman Tsongas and Senator Markey, to be a strong partner for our cities and for our towns. Here in Fitchburg, there is such great potential for growth and the outstanding resources at Fitchburg State to build upon. So many good things happening here in Fitchburg, and so much more that we can do if we have a good, strong partnership at the local level, at the state level, and at the federal level. You know, shortly after the election, I met with the mayor to learn about his priorities for the city and to begin a conversation about how we can work together to strengthen Fitchburg's economy and to create more opportunities for the city's families. Today, I am here to recommit to growing the partnership between the federal government and the city of Fitchburg. We are all trying to head in the same direction. Fitchburg as a city of opportunity, not just for some of our children, but for all of our children. So, congratulations to the mayor-elect, and congratulations to the city of Fitchburg on your new leadership. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Warren. It is now time for the ceremonial swearing-in of the mayor-elect, Mr. Stephen L. DiNatale, by City Clerk Anna Farrell and Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito. Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito will then make the introduction of the mayor of the city of Fitchburg.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me to take an oath. I do solemnly promise and swear
I do solemnly promise and swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially,
and to the best of my knowledge and ability,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
perform and discharge all the duties
perform and discharge all the duties
incumbent upon me
incumbent upon me
as mayor of the city of Fitchburg.
as mayor of the city of Fitchburg.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So proud of you. Well, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure and an honor to be with you, to bring in the new year and to celebrate your new leadership here in the city of Fitchburg. It's a pleasure to be with Senator Warren and Congresswoman Tsongas. And I'd like to just personally thank my colleagues that I served with in the House of Representatives and in the Senate now. If you could all just please stand. All of you. And the reason I wanted you to see them is because some of them have come from as far as the Cape and others from Great Barrington. They came far and wide and long to be here with their friend and colleague, Steve DiNatale, and we appreciate that very much. I'd also like to recognize Sheriff Lew, obviously the tallest sheriff in the delegation in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and District Attorney Joe Early, who are doing an outstanding job representing our county. And to your fine school committee members and your city councilors, please thank them for standing forward, putting their names on the ballot, and becoming elected to be your new leadership team here in the city. And to all the men and women in uniform, that your honor guard is here and your presence is felt. We thank you for what you do each and every day for this city. Thank you all very, very much. I understand that there are some very special members of your family here. Two of the matriarchs, Mrs. DiNatale and Joanne's mother, are here, both who have lived a good healthy life well into their 90s. So there's good longevity here. And having his daughter Alexander here, but also I think probably the first in the history in the city to have a mayor and a son serving at the same time is pretty outstanding. Having said that, there are many special people, obviously, in the room, each and every one of you, for taking the time to mark this special occasion, this historic moment here in the city. And that's exactly what inaugurations are. They're commencements, they're new beginnings. It's an opportunity for you to come together as a community. These leaders come together to promise to work together on your behalf. And also just to take assessment, where is the city? What are we working on? What's working? What will we continue to do? But more importantly, where do we want to go and what do we want this city to be for the future? Because it's the decisions that these individuals make that shape your destiny and shape your future. And the reason you're here is because this matters. You have elected an incredible leader to be your mayor. And for someone that has served our country in the U.S. Navy, and to all of the veterans here in this room, we thank him for his service to our country. We also thank him for his service to our Commonwealth, having served in our House of Representatives and making decisions not only here for this community, but that impact the communities far across our Commonwealth. And then someone who now comes full circle in his public service, because he stood once before where these individuals are standing now, as a member of the school committee formerly, as a member of city council, and now to come back and serve this community as its mayor shows true commitment and love and respect for the institution and office that this is. And we want to thank him for choosing to do that for this community. It is a time to take assessment. It is a time to set priorities. And as we have now come full circle in 1 year, Governor Baker and I are happy to have 1 year under our belt. And I'm sure I'm sure the new mayor is getting a lot of advice these days coming into office. The only one small bit of advice I can say to the mayor is make sure you're ready for the first snowstorm. Now, this one doesn't count because officially it's not under your watch, but boy, you got a lot of snow out there, so I expect you'll be getting a lot more, but hopefully not as much as we got last winter. But certainly the teamwork and the collaboration is important. When the governor and I came into office, we promised that we would be a really strong partner with our cities and towns, releasing the Chapter 90 funds, increasing school and local aid, of course, with the support of our members of our legislature. But that partnership, being here to work state and local government together, is really what you want and what you deserve. And having had the opportunity to once before serve with Steve DiNatale in the state legislature, I know firsthand how hard he will work for this community, and I look forward to partnering and working with him as a member of our administration to help this city move forward. And as the governor and I campaigned on a very simple message of making Massachusetts great from one end to the other, the key ingredients to having that happen is each community at a time being prepared for success. That means great schools in every neighborhood in this city, safe neighborhoods in which to grow your family. And the safe neighborhood comes with the concerted effort from Senator Flanagan and other members of this delegation to reduce the amount of addiction and overdoses from opiate epidemic here in our Commonwealth. Yes, thank you. And it means creating those jobs so that people can work and earn a good living for their family. And the true mark of success is when the next generation of a family has the opportunity to earn a living and a good life and grow and plant their roots in this community. You see that in the DiNatale family. That's the spirit that he will bring forward as your new mayor. And it is with great honor that I join all of you in welcoming your new mayor to address all of you this evening, Stephen DiNatale.
Thank you. It's so great to look out on the audience and family, my friends, my colleagues in public service. We gather tonight on the first day of our expedition. This is the beginning of Fitchburg's new journey. Just as Meriwether Lewis and William Clark prepared to embark upon their historic, scientific, and yes, romantic expedition, we as a city on the river prepare to launch a renewed and re-energized municipal craft. Our city has had a strong industrialized past, and now, together, we must capitalize on the opportunities of a knowledge-based economy. Yes, our journey will require us to deal with many challenges. However, I look upon these challenges as opportunities that we will successfully meet with the help and engagement of our residents and the business community. Our first objective is to make our city stronger, healthier, and prosperous for the benefit of every resident and business. To do this, we must seek out every opportunity to manage costs through thoughtful fiscal planning, increased accountability, transparency, and operating efficiency. As a first step, starting tomorrow, I will begin a process of improving communications among City Hall departments to be sure that those who have a need for city services and assistance have a smooth and helpful interaction with their city government. Our second objective is to make our city economically competitive with other communities by gradually lowering the tax burden on our business sector. In addition, we must create a more efficient permitting process that will be welcoming and helpful to any businesses that want to come to our city. A one-stop approach will be developed so entrepreneurs, business owners, and developers will have a cooperative city government working with them to accomplish their goals. Furthermore, it is critically important to have an effective economic development strategy so we can reach out to those industries and businesses that can grow and prosper with us. As a start, we need to complete a comprehensive review of our zoning map to provide us with the necessary information to make appropriate commercial and industrial growth decisions. We also need our city government to have a stronger partnership with the North Central Mass Chamber of Commerce. Together we can have a persistent effort to support existing businesses and attract new ones to our community. I am committed to personally reaching out to our business community to be sure we have a true open-door policy and that we nurture a positive and collaborative working relationship. To make all of this happen, we must work together to create new economic connections. As your mayor, I will take the lead and proudly be our city's chief salesman, delivering the message that Fitchburg is open for business. Our message to every prospective business will be, we welcome you, and we will work with you to earn your confidence so that you will respond to us. Yes, Fitchburg is my location of choice. We will not accomplish our economic goals unless we have a trained workforce ready for potential businesses. Therefore, I will cultivate the relationship between the business community and our outstanding educational institutions. We will explore new ways to partner with Fitchburg State University, our city's largest non-municipal employer and most significant economic engine. We will also reach out to our other regional asset, Mount Wachusett Community College, which has a special focus on workforce development and job training. Fostering partnerships with the various segments of the region's education community will contribute to Fitchburg's intellectual, cultural, and economic growth. We all want to live and work in a pleasant environment. For this reason, we will not succeed in our economic efforts without addressing the poor image of neglected buildings and blighted parcels of land in Fitchburg. These deserted properties make us carry the burden of decreased property values and increased crime. However, vacant and abandoned lots can provide prime opportunities for affordable development, as they are often acquired for less than market value. This administration is committed to aggressively identifying these problem properties and affected neighborhoods. We will encourage private development and seek grants to eradicate those blighted areas. Thank you. I will place great emphasis on those city departments empowered to enforce building and public health codes to form a team to work with builders, developers, and homeowners to assist in the rehabilitation and construction of new properties. Key to our effort will be addressing the need for our infrastructure, particularly on the gateway entrances to our city. Common sense initiatives such as community outreach, maintenance of streets and landscaping, upgrading street lighting, painting municipal fences and hydrants, greater police visibility will result in a much safer and more appealing community. Finally, we're a city that recognizes the importance of the arts and culture. They serve as a medium for diversity and can be used as a springboard to celebrate the advantages of our cultural diversity. I intend to actively promote a nurturing environment so that our art and culture activities will grow and flourish. By mobilizing our homegrown institutions, such as the Fitchburg Art Museum, the Fitchburg Historical Society, Fitchburg State University, and other cultural commissions and not-for-profit groups, we will create an advantage for the Reimagining North of Main initiative. Rest assured, I will remain a strong advocate to keep arts and culture programs in Fitchburg. Likewise, I will wholeheartedly welcome to our community those individuals, organizations, and programs that will enhance our already outstanding activities. Similar to the importance of the business economy, Fitchburg must and will capitalize on the potential growth and expansion that the creative economy can foster. Without a doubt, we cannot accomplish all of what I have shared with you this evening alone. I must recognize the importance of engaging and working with the City Council and the school committee. Their experience and expertise will and does prove to be a valuable resource in bringing our community together. Additionally, Governor Baker, my friends in the legislature, many of whom are here tonight, have and I know will continue to serve our city well. Their continued friendship and help is vital to our success. We will continue to enlist and solicit their assistance. We'll do this by joining the Baker-Polito Commonwealth Community Compact. Thank you. Fitchburg and the state will work together to create the conditions necessary for a strong and resilient economy. We will commit to promoting mutual standards of best practice. This compact will also increase Fitchburg's eligibility for existing and future state grant programs. My fellow citizens, the next 2 years will be a testament of our new expedition to create a more helpful and financially secure city, a city with a focused economic development initiative, the realization of a safer and more appealing city, and the prosperity of a creative economy. Much like Lewis and Clark, Sacagawea provided knowledge, language, and information that President Thomas Jefferson saw as a valuable resource for the expansion and presence of a more developed United States of America. Likewise, for me, to be successful, to lead this expedition to restore Fitchburg as a prominent and vibrant city in our Commonwealth, I will need your help. So I ask every resident of our city to join me and to help me. I ask you to participate, volunteer, and become a community activist so that together we will realize our dream of a safe, secure, and prosperous city. As we move forward, let us be mindful of the words of Thomas Jefferson to Meriwether Lewis. Steady in the maintenance of order and discipline. Let's do what needs to be done and do it well. Yes, my friends, believe Fitchburg will be a city on the rise. Thank you. Thank you. Folks, I look out over the audience. There's a lot of people in the audience that worked very, very hard on our campaign and are still working hard today. So many that I don't want to mention any one individual because I'll forget a number of them. But I do need to point out that there is one very, very special, actually two very, very special people that I want to recognize tonight and present a small token of my gratitude and, more importantly, gratitude to the city of Fitchburg. The people in this city owe a debt of gratitude to Mr. Bill McSheehy and Maureen McSheehy. If you'll come up, please. If anybody knows Bill and Maureen, you know the guy's out of his mind. I mean, he's just He had a lot to do, you know. And also, I want to also recognize A.J. Tarigny, my new chief of staff, A.J., and my administrative aide. Where's Joan? Joan, where are you? Joan David out and back had a lot to do with tonight. I want to thank them as well. Thank you, folks. But congratulations and thank you for a very grateful city. We appreciate it. Okay. Thank you.
I know the Lieutenant Governor has to get to another swearing-in ceremony, so we're going to say thank you for coming to Fitchburg High School. Good luck with the year.
Let me find you for a minute. You know, I forgot to mention there's someone else in the audience who has some knowledge of being a mayor for a while. Mayor Mark Hawk from the city of Gardner. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you, Mayor DiNatale. I ask at this time that we please stand as I invite Father Leo Paul LeBlanc to the podium for this evening's benediction.
Let us bow our heads and pray for God's blessings. Let us pray for our new mayor, Stephen DiNatale, and the entire city government. Almighty and eternal God, you have revealed your glory to all nations, God of power and might, wisdom and justice. Through you, authority is rightly administered, laws are enacted, and judgment is decreed. We ask that you assist Mayor DiNatale with your spirit of wisdom and knowledge, your spirit of counsel and fortitude, that he may discharge the duties of his office as mayor of Fitchburg with justice and fairness, and that he may eminently be useful to your people in Fitchburg, whom he desires to serve to the best of his abilities. May he meet each task and challenge with equanimity, patience, and courage. May he foster respect for one another, regardless of religious persuasion or economic status or political stance, treating each person with dignity and compassion. May he execute our laws with justice and mercy. May he seek to restrain crime, vice, and immorality in our city. And Lord, may you help him to inspire the citizens of this city to take pride in their city and to help restore a sense of purpose that we may achieve the goals we set forth to accomplish. Lord, let the light of your wisdom direct the deliberations of our city council and shine forth in all their proceedings, that together with Mayor DiNatale, they may work vigorously to achieve the common good, preserve peace and security in our streets, and restore our city as a wonderful place to live and do commerce. We ask that you grant all these blessings on our mayor and the citizenry of this city. Amen.
Please remain standing as the Montechusett Regional Vocational Technical School Junior ROTC cadets will present the retiring of colors. They will be followed by the Fitchburg Honor Guard. welcome the Fitchburg High School Chorus as they perform God Bless America. Thank you, band and chorus. Before we conclude tonight's inauguration ceremony, let's give it up for our school committee, city council, and new mayor. I also want to thank all the members of the state representatives, the state senators, and our U.S. Rep and Senator for coming out tonight. Thank you very much for coming to Fitchburg High School and the city of Fitchburg. As I said at the beginning, it's been a great honor to host this event here at Fitchburg High School. I know I've heard it a number of times in the presentations that have been made. This city has tremendous potential. It's got an amazing history, and the future is very bright with this leadership that will be serving us. We wish you all the best in the future. Can't wait to work with you. Best of luck to all of the newly elected officials as they strive to make Fitchburg an even better place than it already is. I wish everyone a prosperous, healthy, and happy 2016. There will be some beverages out in the foyer. Please take advantage of those. Have a great evening.